From Atlanta, Georgia, we're live from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, two NFC South teams set to tangle. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Nick Folk ready to do the honors. And away we go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Set to return, it's Tua Hubbard. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Young. The left side, Sanders has it. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. 12 yards on that play and a good call, and that's him the first.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
Now right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom, connect on a big shot and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
On play action, here's Young. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Young on the play action. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call. He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up. So after the 5 yards are marched off, here's 1st and 15. They'll run here following the penalty. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Out of the gun, Young. Catch made by Tua Hubbard. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Stopped on the play by the rookie from Tennessee.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, it's Young. Brought in. And the hit is made, so they bent to the competition, but they didn't break, Brock, as they force this 4th down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Fitzgerald sends this through. And despite that bad snap, they're able to tack on 3.
All in all, Kate, we call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
Now Fitzgerald on the handle the kickoff. Devin Tompkins to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. Well, maybe the rest of the game's going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
One of the tight ends motions right. Tua off the play fake. Brought in by Hooper. And this one doesn't go far.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. This throw's going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the result's 4th down coming up. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. Now for the second time, we take a look at this Panther offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. He tucks it and takes off. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the 1st.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. We're going play action. Young. Complete to Trumbull. And he's going to be out of bounds after, looks like about a yard there. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Hubbard quick on the draw. Jukes away from one. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
If you really study the great teams when it comes to running that play, that draw concept, watch the offensive line's pad level. Those defenders, those linebackers, they're looking for cues and tells. That offensive line gives it away, that play gets hit in the mouth. Instead, well, those guys sold it just perfectly, and the yards follow.
Leads him over the middle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers stretch their early lead to 9. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision, but when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
Fitzgerald looking good on the PAT. And the Panthers go up 10-zip here in the 1st.
Falcons, nothing.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff.
For Carolina.
Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. On to the field comes the Atlanta offense for the 2nd time. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And a nice little run there gets him 5. 2nd down upcoming.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Staying with Robinson. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. It's a 10-0 ball game. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Another carry for Robinson. And what a big play that was on 1st down, but we also have a flag. This might be coming back. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. A motion to tight end left. Running it after the penalty. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd and 3 now. Tua now from the gun. To the right side and reeled in by London. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation, but even more, better execution.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. On target to his man Zacchaeus. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
On is Nick Folk to attempt the field goal. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. And the kick by Folk is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Hubbard with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Carolina offense headed out now. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
They'll run it. This is A.J. Dillon. Well, this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Here's Young to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
On fourth down, Panthers going to turn to Sam Martin to punt this one away. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And talk about a dream position, Brock. Heading out with first and goal waiting for him. Now the punt return nearly didn't. The offense getting a chance to find the end zone here themselves. It's first and goal. Here's Robinson. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
8 yards to go as they get set on second and goal. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Catch is made in close. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Drake London with the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Hubbard with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Panthers look just about ready. First and 10. Now Young. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Still 10 to go. It's second down now from the 26. Up the middle, Hubbard. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. But, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Their work doubly is difficult now after that holding call. It's second and 20. Now it's Young. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Third and long for him here. Got his man. This is McMillan. And he's brought down beyond the marker. So a first down for them as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And he's going to be bottled up right at the line as we've reached the 2-minute warning.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Young throwing here. Checks this one down. Hubbard. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're into the drop it. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
And it's 4th down.
Sam Martin on now to punt it away on 4th. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. Ooh, snaps a little off, but he adjusts and sends it away. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. The Falcons with the football late in the first half. And we're down inside a minute to play here in the second quarter, but that is enough time to get a drive together. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tangolova. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Panthers are stopped a little inside the 30.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. He'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
2nd and 6.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. He's going to keep it this time. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
And it's 3rd down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Working inside the red zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's 2nd down coming up. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested captures, and he couldn't.
For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, third down. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Third and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
On comes Ryan Fitzgerald and the Panthers field goal team here on 4th down. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Fitzgerald sends this through. And they're able to convert despite that errant snap.
Just really nice execution on his part to convert there. For the kicker to pay off, really the execution of his teammates. You work so much on situational opportunities those minutes before halftime, and they maximized it.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Good work so far. He's got room. And the return takes him down inside the opposing 40. Some excellent field position here. Out comes the Atlanta offense for the debut possession of the second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down, here's Tua. He'll take this ahead to the 34-yard line. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Has him on the quick hitter. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag. Tagovailoa now. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
Some really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Here's Robinson up the middle. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Third and 4 coming up now. Tagovailoa back to throw. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
The kick by Folk is good. And that will tie things up in the third.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Hubbard with a return here. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. New set of downs for him from the 31. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap now to Young. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. It's Young. The throw here on first. Hits him on the out route. And they limit the damage after the catch, but the catch itself does get them to the opposing 43. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Panthers first.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Young working from the gun. He's got a man left. And he's going to be right up against that line that they needed. Make it 3rd and maybe a yard at most from the 34.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Young's going to sneak it. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Hand off out of the pistol. Here's Hubbard. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Young looking to throw. Let's set up the screen. It's Hubbard. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Connects on the crosser. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Panthers.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's a 13-13 ball game as we get ready for the 4th quarter. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
2nd and 10 now. Young's going to try again. That one's complete, right side. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hubbard. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Looking to throw, Young. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Working now from the gun. Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a 4th down decision.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line, ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Big field goal try coming up here for Ryan Fitzgerald. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Tompkins now to return. This makes it up to the 25. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
I know that jet sweep didn't result in a home run, a splash play, Kate. That's a body blow. In boxers, they love to go to the body because if they do it enough, they know that knockout can come.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Following the false start, here comes 2nd and 7. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield.
19 yards.
A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Robinson on the inside give. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
That's another.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Here's a give to Robinson. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Now to give to Bajan. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
The tackle by Cam Jackson. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Switching it up here. Tangolova to throw. Catch is made in close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Looking to throw. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons have taken the lead late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead. It's all lined up. Falk ready to send this one flying. Hubbard with a return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Panther offense headed out to the field. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set. And it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
Setting up to pass. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends would get you.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw it. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Carolina.
Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. And center receiver left. Back to throw. Finds his man over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here he is to throw. This is Legent working the left side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
To Xavier Legent. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Now to throw. Dumps it underneath, Hubbard. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. So there's the timeout called, and we're going to see if they think there's enough time for 2 plays or just one last snap.
Panthers, 1st down. It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Panther 1st down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Young. This is for the ball game. It's intercepted. That will do it. Xavier Watts picks it. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. Sign quarterback run here. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.